Hey everyone, how's everyone doing out there tonight on this Thursday night? Yes, here we are on this Thursday night. I hope everyone's doing great. Blake Bizzano here, coming at you live from North Bay, in my kitchen. Again, right? Spending a lot of time here putting on some videos for everyone, just to give everyone an idea of the types of foods you might want to be eating if you want to lose weight, right? And perhaps get fit and healthy. Hey Mary-Lise, how you doing? It's great to see you. Yeah, I know, it's been a while in between my live sessions. It's not that I don't want to do them, it's just that I've been pretty busy with my new website, which will be going live, which is actually live now. But I will be launching it next week. It's going to have a bunch of information on it. I decided to build a website because it saves me from going over continuously about pretty much the same stuff, right? So I decided to why don't just build a website, have it there, and direct people to the information. So there's going to be a lot of information on there. There's going to be exercise, routines, nutrition, meal plans, tips, techniques. There's going to be all sorts of stuff. The same stuff that I talk about in my live sessions and what I show people in my workouts, I will be doing that on my website. So you can go there and you can download the meal plans, the videos, the workouts, the exercises, all that stuff. So it's going to be fantastic. We can't wait to launch that. So I'm looking at next week, I think, I'll be launching that. Which brings me to tonight's topic, which is something that I've been wanting to go over for the past little while. Hey, Delinda, how you doing? It's great to see you as well. I know it's been a while. This is something that I've been thinking about for a while, and it's a particular food that we usually have in our cupboards and we eat all the time. We have this food usually at lunch, and we have it without even thinking. We assume that it's somewhat healthy, but we still eat it, and because we think it is healthy for us, right? But the thing is, it is very, very unhealthy. And if you're trying to lose weight and you think that having this food is going to help, it is not going to help because of one thing. One thing that keeps body fat on, and that is sodium. Sodium, you know what? Sodium is an element that is an electrolyte that allows our muscles to keep functioning. That allows our muscles to keep firing, keep moving. So sodium is important, but in excess, it has a lot of bad effects. High blood pressure, heart disease, and for us for those of us who are trying to lose weight, the thing about sodium is that it acts as a barrier. It puts up a barrier that doesn't allow anything to leave your body. So that sodium builds up in your joints, it builds up in your muscles, you retain water, and it doesn't allow any body weight, any fluid, any body fat to leave. You want the body fat to leave, right? But if you have too much sodium in your system, it's a barrier. It stops any weight loss from happening. So one of the tricks one of the things you have to understand about weight loss is you have to have your sodium levels to a certain degree. And once you have your sodium levels to a certain degree, a certain level, you're going to allow and you're going to prime your body for weight loss. That's just the way it works. There's no other way of getting around it. I wish there was, but if you want to lose weight, you have to get your sodium levels under control. All right, with that being said, back to this one particular food that you have to avoid if you want to lose weight and get fit and healthy. And it's just something that, all of us have in our cupboards. You know what? It's one of those foods that you have at noon. Usually you whip it out at work and you have it, and you generally think that it's going to be good for you. And what I'm talking about, no, you know what? It isn't good for you, just because of the fact that it has so much darn sodium in it. It is loaded with sodium. In terms of the types of foods out there, like packaged foods, this is one of the worst culprits. It's just one of the worst culprits. So this is what I want you to do after this video. I want you to go into your cupboards and look for this particular food and to pull it out. And this is something I try and tell all my clients, is when you're at the grocery store, you want to look at the food labels. And one of the first things I look at when I'm looking at food labels is the sodium count. That is the first thing that tells me whether or not a food is something that I want to buy or put it aside. Because sodium is, like I said before, is that one element. If you have too much sodium in your body, it's going to have a lot of adverse reaction. And one of those adverse reactions is to not allow you to lose weight, right? And which we're trying to do, right? All right, so here's the food that you should be avoiding at all costs. All right, you ready? All right, here we go. And this is the food that we have in, most of us will have this food in our cupboards. There it is. Noodles, soup and noodles. This is the worst culprit for high levels of sodium that will not allow you to lose any weight. There's a bunch. You know what? This one's Japanese noodles. Let's just take a look at what's in the sodium count for one serving. This is one serving, one package serving. And the sodium count is, wow, 2,150 milligrams of sodium in one serving. In one serving. That, just this one serving is enough for your entire day of your sodium count for the day if you want to lose weight. Because if you want to lose weight, you want to get your sodium levels to at least under 2.5 grams per day. And this puppy here has just over 2 grams of sodium in it per serving. So you really want to avoid these noodles, these soup and noodle types of foods. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be this. It could be Mr. Noodles. Of course, we all have Mr. Noodles in our cupboards, right? In our cupboards. This one's is not as bad as these Japanese noodles here. But this one has, oh geez, yeah, we're looking at 1,000 milligrams, like 1 gram of sodium in this one serving of Mr. Noodles. That's crazy. That is crazy. And you want to know something? When I was in college, I would eat these things all day long, right? When I was in college, I'd have about 3 of these a day, 4 of these. That's all I lived on, was Japanese noodles, Oriental noodles. That's all I ate. That's all I ate in university. And it was crazy. Thanks, Susan. I appreciate that. Hey, Vicky. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, most of us will have these types of soups. Even Lipton cup of soup has a lot of sodium in it. I know they have the version now that has low sodium. So the cup of soup, this one isn't too bad. But these Oriental noodles right here that I'm talking about, Mr. Noodles, Mr. Noodles, or Mr. Noodles, and these Oriental Japanese noodles here, those are the worst culprits, because this one, I believe, wow, this one serving has, it's close to 500 calories, just in this one, with over 2 grams of salt. Now, if you're trying to lose weight, these foods, yeah, they're not going to cut it. They're not going to cut it. They are the worst foods that you could probably have. Yeah, you know what? I mean, we tend to think that we can have this soup, like soups in general, we think are relatively healthy for us, right? But the thing is that most soups, like I'm not going to say all soups, but most soups are laden with high sodium. And the reason being is that these soups are made to give it taste as well as to keep, right? We want to keep these soups. So in order to do that, we put salt in them. Jackie, I don't eat those. Stopped buying them last year. No, for sure. And that's right. You know, it's a good thing you did that, Jackie. But you know what? This is good because these are the types of foods you do want to avoid at all costs. Anything packaged really is going to put up barriers for you to shed body fat, shed body weight, simply because of the fact that these processed foods are high in either sodium, preservatives, or sugar. Now, preservatives being, of course, they have to keep well in the cupboards, and the only way to do that is by using preservatives or sodium. Sugar as well. Sugar is another culprit, a lot like sodium in terms of how it stops you from losing weight. Sugar actually speeds up, too much sugar actually speeds up the fat metabolism process, which you do not want, right? Especially if you're trying to lose weight. So you do want to be careful in terms of when you go to the grocery store, you need to read the labels. And it's not too hard. Just take a quick peek at the label. Anything over 200, 250 milligrams of sodium, you know what? I'm looking for something that's under 250 milligrams of sodium per serving. And preferably under 200 calories, right? And looking something a little more higher in protein and a lot low in sodium. So that's exactly what you want to be doing. So anyways, folks, I just thought I'd pass this little tidbit of advice on to you. I know we all have these foods in our cupboards. Every once in a while, you know what, it's okay. You know what, every once in a while we see it in our cupboards. We might have a quick Mr. Noodle Cup or whatever it is. That's fine, you know what, but if you're starting to get into the habit of having it every day or every second day, that sodium is going to build up in your system. And that's what sodium does. It builds up in your system. And once it builds up in your system, it's going to put up blocks that will not allow you to lose weight. And it's going to build up in your cells, your joints, and it's just going to make you feel like crap. That's the honest truth. Too much sodium in your system and you're going to feel like crap. As soon as you get rid of the sodium, you're going to feel good. Simple as that. Okay, folks, Blake here from BodyFit. Website is going to be ready next week. It's going to have a lot of stuff on it, a lot of information like this. Tips, techniques, routines, exercises, meal plans, all sorts of cool stuff. Videos, all sorts of cool stuff. So be on the lookout for that next week. Okay, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, share this video with someone that you might know who is eating too many Oriental noodles. Like I said, when I was in college, when I was in university, I tell you, I didn't know, right? It was cheap and it hit the spot. But now, no more of these. All right, okay, everyone, have a good night. I hope everyone has a great week, great Friday tomorrow, and we shall talk soon. All right, remember, stay safe, stay strong. All right, take care, everyone.